Hello everybody and welcome to the biggest video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we're going to continue the Dreamcatcher discography reactions, the finale marathon with the highlight of the discography of Dreamcatcher. Today the time has finally come. I've been looking forward to this for now nearly half a year and it's finally time. Today we are going to check out Dreamcatcher's first full album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language. The excitement cannot be put into words. We got an intro, we got an outro, and we got 7 new Dreamcatcher B-sides to check out, experience, and enjoy together. And this is, like mentioned, the absolute highlight. Nothing will top this. Obviously, you've had music video releases, which are always something special, but having 7 new Dreamcatcher songs at once, alongside intro plus outro, all in one together on this one album, it's going to be an absolute festival. It's going to be a spectacle and I am ready to experience this. I've done so much talking about Dreamcatcher's discography throughout these discography reactions. For each song I've done so much depth and talk and shared my thoughts on what I loved about it. And thus far there's simply no flaw within Dreamcatcher's discography. There are some songs that I'm not a huge fan of, but even after a few re-listens I would still say it's still a good song. I've yet to listen to a bad Dreamcatcher song and today we're going to listen to 7 new Dreamcatcher songs. I'm so freaking hyped, I'm so freaking excited, and I don't want to lose any more time on talking. I've done so much talking, like mentioned, in the past on those songs, so check out my Dreamcatcher discography reactions if you haven't yet, if you want thoughts on all the songs of Dreamcatcher's discography, because now it's time. Let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. Dreamcatcher's first full album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language. Enjoy. And as always, we're kicking things off with an intro. Intros have always been a great mood setter for an album, even though some have fooled us in the past where it sounds entirely different compared to the rest of the album. So let's stop the talking. Let's just get into this immediately. We have a lot to go through, so I have no idea yet how long this video is going to be. If it will reach the 1 hour mark, that probably for sure. Will it go to 90 minutes or so? We will see. Let's get into the intro. Let's get this started. Okay, that already sounds very heavy. And matches this mystique dark instrumental from Scream. Some slight teasing there with the violin. By the way, look at that cover art. Isn't this cover art absolutely gorgeous? Yeah, this is like an epic type of feeling to just know what you're about to experience is going to be something special. It fits that narrative perfectly, and there's the piano. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. With the violins. This already sets a wonderful mood for this. This already makes me even more excited. Spring in the background as well. Let's fade. The intro to Dystopia, the Tree of Language. Like mentioned, epic. It makes you feel like there's something special awaiting for you. And that is exactly the case. 7 new songs are awaiting us up next. Let's get to them. The first B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language, is Tension. No idea what to expect. Like mentioned in all my album reactions beforehand, the range that Dreamcatcher has to offer, the range that Dreamcatcher is producing their songs in is limitless. They've basically done so many genres already, so many different sound environments and concepts. I've lost track of them all, to be honest. We've had EDM, we've had very subtle, we've had very heavy, very fast, very slow, we had quiet, we had loud, we had everything included already. There's so many different type of concepts they've already tried out and succeeded in. Like mentioned, they've trying out so much stuff and it's always success in my opinion. I want to see what type of concepts do they have in store for their album? What concepts do they have in store for 7 new songs in a row? It's a lot to fill. It's a lot to try out, a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities to show off even something more new. Who knows, maybe they will surprise me and caught me off guard with something even more new compared to the rest of the discography, something we haven't seen before in Dreamcatcher's discography. I already actually know that in their upcoming special mini album there are some songs where it's apparently a genre they haven't done yet, so there's still a lot that I could expect here. But I do not know what to expect for this. So I'd say, let's stop the talking. Let's start reacting. The first B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full album, Dystopia, The Tree of Language. Tension. Enjoy. There's our guitar! That's already like the best opening you could think of for the first B-side. Into the piano. Hyunsu opening great. Xion immediately with power. Ooh. Is this the energetic one of the album? Oh, everyone getting a spot here in this first verse. Woo! Oh yes! These English words in the chorus, I always love them. Oh yes! Okay, this is already too good. This is already too good. Okay, cooling it down. Oh, now the instrumental goes a completely different direction. Xion's very alone in this song already again. The English pronunciation, y'all. I'm telling it over and over. Okay, Hyun sounds also so on point in this. Also, look at these pictures up there again. The visuals they brought for this are insane! Hyun's English, y'all. I'm melting. I'm melting. This is once again such a perfect chorus. Into the Korean from Xion. Ah, oh, this is already so good. Cut off again. Classic. Chiu. Oh. Xion all over this, y'all. She's just... Did you hear that vocal? Oh, God. Oh, a different version of the chorus. This is once again one of those anime songs. Perfect for an opening, for the credits. It's... Okay, this is already one of my favorite Dreamcatcher B-sides. Upon the very first listen. Upon the very first listen, I can already tell you that this is one of my favorites. It's just the perfect, typical Dreamcatcher song. What would I consider a typical Dreamcatcher song? Heavy and energetic guitar, high pace and energy, alongside some very soft spots, especially within the bridge with piano. That is just a classic Dreamcatcher song for me. And that is just the classic vibe and sound environment that they're in. Tension is basically this very classic, energetic song of the album. Wind Blows as example for the 6th mini album. We had Wake Up for the 1st mini album, just to name a few examples. Or Scar for the 2nd one. You always had, besides I think the 3rd one, no the 4th one, always one song that goes into this direction. High energy, high pace, this extremely epic chorus that gives you these anime vibes. It's just immediately on point. I do gotta mention though, before we get into the positives, let's get into the negatives first. Did you really only give 2 lines to Dabi? I didn't mention it in the intro this time. I talked about it in my reaction to Scream, the title track of this album, that Hanon was not able to participate in not just MV, but also for the album, which was very unfortunate. And it will give though the possibility and opportunity to do a different dynamic with only 6 members. And given that Hanon is not part of the songs for this one, you could give more spotlight to other members of this. And despite only having 6 members this time, you still only give Dami 2 lines in this? I mean, yes, of course, we have 6 more songs to go from. There will definitely be a song where Dami will probably be the heavy focus and dominant with several rap parts and so on and so on. I understand that. But you couldn't even give her like one rap verse there with 2-3 more lines in between or so. Ah, that's maybe going to be a bit bad taste down the road when I re-listen to the song, because I'm like, why is Dami only there twice with only like a few words? That's a bit disappointing. I don't know, you could have definitely distributed that better there in that spot, especially given it's only 6 this time. Or whatever. Like mentioned, we'll be getting more Dami in the other songs, I'm sure about that, so let's focus on the positives instead. And this song has so many positives. Like mentioned, it's this classic Dreamcatcher sound. I once again loved how they done it in Scream 2, how you have the first chorus in full length, then the second one cut off a bit at the end before you get like the outro of the chorus, and then in the end the even more spectacular third chorus where it's once again full. It's just a great way to do a song. And like mentioned, it kicks off with this heavy guitar, the best way to open the album, or like the B-sides for this album for sure. You go into this very lengthy first chorus, where verse, where everybody got lines, everybody got an opportunity to sing there. Like mentioned, Dami only got the few lines there for the pre-chorus in both verses, and it just sounds wonderful. Everyone can shine a bit with the vocals, and then we get into this, like mentioned, chorus, where it's once again energetic, high-paced, with some English words sprinkled in. Yeon does it at first, I think on the later one Suya does it, and then Shion comes in. Shion comes in with that powerful Korean, high-energetic verse there, also with a bit of English in there. Like mentioned, these little words sprinkled in, they make it so much easier to sing along down the road. It just makes the listening experience and re-listen experience that much more effective for me. And then you get this tension, that's also so catchy immediately. Upon first listening, I want to listen to this chorus one more time. Where is it? This trust me, oh trust me, it's so good. Let's listen to this chorus once again. Trust me, oh trust me. Also the BPM is great, go along. Then Shion had some amazing vocals in there too. Yeon lets it fade out and then beautiful. And it was you the only one, not tension, okay. This chorus is simply, once again, absolutely on point in everything it does. It has the right tempo, it has the right lyrics, it has the right energy, it has the right melody. Simply perfect, immediately makes this song one of my favorite B-sides, for sure. And that's like just for the verses and for the chorus, and like mentioned, we get into this beautiful bridge there led by Jiu. We got so much variety from Shion in this, like mentioned, the high energetic in the chorus. We got the high vocal, the powerful vocal, I think near the end as well in the bridge, and still some beautiful vocals in there by her as well. Yeon was all over this too. Sue had great spot, like Yeon, like mentioned, fading out there in the chorus. Jiu, like mentioned, for the bridge and in the verses. Dami was missing, like mentioned a bit, but overall the tone and general way the song was done is simply on point. The typical Dreamcatcher energy and sound environment that killed us as always. What an insane opening into the first full album of Dreamcatcher. Let's move on to the second B-side. The second B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language, is Red Sun. And I know that this has a special clip with 6 million views, and this is also the second most watched lyric video from this album, and that raises my expectations even higher. I've mentioned it before, if the views are high, then it's usually very beloved and very liked by the community and general listeners, so The anticipation for this is big. It's going to be, I already feel like Red Sun. This has something mysterious about it. Like, what could Red Sun mean? It could mean anything. Could be, what direction could it be going? I have no idea. Tension was the classic Dreamcatcher B-side, this classic energetic, high-paced, energetic song. So let's see what Red Sun is going to be. Let's stop the talking, let's start directing. The second B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full album, Dystopia, the trio of language, Red Sun. Enjoy. Ooh. Ooh, mysterious intro. You know me, I love intros to a song. It sets the mood straight for re-listens. Ooh! Oh, humming! Oh! I just complained the tension about. That. Wow, that dumb. Okay. Ooh, that instrumental. Oh, this is so different. Oh, you hear a dark tone. Atmosphere in this. Chill. The Verity from Shion again! It's crazy! that drop is... Wow. Yo, Shion's voice range in every song, it's getting overwhelming every single time. These vocals are so soothing. The atmosphere and attitude in this song is so... Ooh, the ad-libs in between too. Yo, that special clip is going to be crazy. Yeah, Hyun's Red Sun though. The pronunciation on that. Yo. Also, just like Tension, only around 3 minutes. And it's so freaking cool. Wow. Okay. First things first. I literally spent a good 30 seconds in my review to Tension complaining about why Dami only had like 2 words to say. And I was like, okay, it's fine. We will be getting some great verses from her in the other songs. And then we get to this. I literally said for the Scream music video that was easily like her hardest rap to date. And literally not even in the middle of the album, in the second song already. Here we go, get him up. Like, what? With double time too? Yo, how is, like, Dami is one of the most underrated rappers in K-pop. Like when I see conversations about who's the best rapper in K-pop, you see the usual names from the usual groups. How is this woman not in the conversation? That freaking verse was absolutely a headshot straight through my freaking brain. And now let's get to the rest of the song, because this is just so different. It feels so bright in the instrumental, like the sound elements used here. Like, what does it remind me of? I think, do you know these how do you call it? These boxes, or like, I don't know the name of it, but something that you like drill and spin, and then it plays these very bright tony sounds. It's hard to explain, but this dim 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 dim. The instrumental is freaking awesome. It's in some way very soothing and very chill and very lean back, but also like very heavy, because the way they flow over this instrumental is freaking crazy. Like, even Yuhyun in between had such a hard delivery, which felt so badass and just in some way not arrogant, but the entire atmosphere and feeling and general attitude in this song is just so freaking cool. Like, wow, it's just, you're like, that's the way I looked for the entire video. I was like, damn girls, what the hell? That was freaking sick. Sick is a very good word to describe this. And like mentioned, I can't wait to check out the special clip for this down the road. Like for many other beats as we checked it in the past. Like I always mentioned, I prefer the studio version first. It's always the first experience you get for these songs, for these B-sides. So that's what I want to do as well. And the first impression on this alone, without even seeing visuals to this, is freaking wow. We're 2 songs into this and we already have 2 of my favorite Dreamcatcher beats. Like, yet also, once again, Xion throughout the entire thing, with such variety in her voice range. I mentioned it for my Paradise reaction. I mentioned it especially in the later title songs, like What, like Piri, like Deja Vu, like Scream. The range in her voice that she shows off throughout songs, not just albums, but songs. Going too deep, too bright, to dark again, to slow, to very soothing, to very powerful with ease. It's just so easy for her. And she keeps flexing where she's one of my opinion the best main vocalists in K-pop. Just for like Dami, how is she not in the conversation for that? But like mentioned, all the other members, again, so on point. The chorus is addicting. It's the drop is like you expect the drop to go really hard, but no, it remains in this very calm BPM state and just feels so well done. And just has this atmosphere too that's so hard to describe, that just feels so right. It just feels so on point. And also Gahyun's Red Sun. That's just so many little things throughout the song that upon the first listen can't pinpoint out immediately, but that got me. So we'll definitely, when we come around to the special clip, I will be pointing it out even further. But like for the first listen, there were so many highlights throughout this thing, and it's only 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Let's not forget that. You have a lengthy intro. You have great verses, one of Dami's best rap verses to date. You have an addicting chorus. You have a great outro that it's very soothing with Gahyun's English pronunciation for the Red Sun, with more instrumental outro fading out the song. It's so well constructed. It has so much to offer in such little amount of time. Wow. The second B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Trio of Language, Red Sun. Absolutely insane. Let's move on to the third. The third B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Trio of Language, is Black or White. And already funny, I like talk with my friend in between the songs I'm recording, and I said, oh, I'm at the intro in 2 songs, I'm already at nearly 24 minutes, and he was like, dude, that's way too long, what are you doing? And I'm like, so be it. I'm taking my time with this. I'm enjoying it. I'm soaking it all in. I want to leave out all my thoughts. I even thought about making like 2 listens for each song throughout this entire thing, but I think like nearly 2 hours would even be a bit too long for me. I try to give my best in pointing out everything I want to say within the first listen. But for Black or White, just for like Red Sun, it's okay if I miss stuff here because there will be a special clip, I think, plus live performances for this to check out down the road as well. But for now, now we're only listening to the audio with the lyrics, and I'm very excited for this because, like mentioned, given that this was also used as a promotional song, like Wind Blows, like for the 6 Minute album recently, that means it must be very well liked, not just upon the community, but upon the members as well. So what to expect from this Black or White could mean literally anything, you know, that could be, it's one of the most neutral songs you could, song titles you could basically think of. Let's get into it. Let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. The third B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, The Tree of Language, Black or White. Enjoy. Ooh. Intro, already a big plus. Sure. Ooh. Just the guitar, just the drum. Oh. Dummy! Oh, that's already a great evolving instrumental. English. Very epic pre-chorus. Oh my god! Oh my god, this chorus! That caught me off guard, holy! More dummy! Her swag is something else, y'all. Oh my god, this one is so long! Yes! Woo! Into the pre-chorus. That's what I wanted after Tension. Such a lengthy dummy verse, yes. Ji and Gaehyun bringing the vocals. Then... Woo! My god, this is so good. The groove in this, the pronunciation in this, y'all. I'm not even halfway through, I'm exhausted. Positively. Oh, these background vocals. The English endings of the lines, it's... Y'all, I'm melting! Ooh! Y'all, Xion just flexing at this point. Y'all, this song is going to be on repeat. Oh my, and then this, oh my god, and then this closing line too. Oh, this is the third, oh my god, yeah. This is the third damn song in a row where I would absolutely call this immediately a favorite. Like, I mentioned I'm melting, not just because once again it's freaking hot here, it's summer, I'm under free lights and so on, I had to have the windows closed so I'm not annoying my neighbors with my fanboying excitement here over these songs. But I'm also melting due to the vocals, due to the English lines, due to everything. Woo! Black or freaking white? First some water. I started this bottle, by the way, before the intro, so you know how freaking thirsty they leave me here. Like, wow. Okay. This song is once again has so much within a K-pop song especially that I love, or like how I want it to be. You have a very lengthy intro. You don't kick off right away with lyrics, you let the instrumental go in. You only have this groovy guitar. And then Suha kicks it off. And then slowly you're adding boom, 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 you're adding the drums to further evolve this instrumental. You let everybody get a little bit of spotlight here. You get into this pre-chorus. The beginning of the song is very calm, rather soothing, not too much going on yet, but it already like sounds pretty damn great. And then you get, like mentioned, to this very beautiful pre-chorus yet again, which remains very quiet actually, and really leaves you wondering, okay, where is this going? Where is this going now for the chorus? And then mind blown. The way they did that drop there, like I expected it to go really hard actually, like maybe the guitar thrown in like a rock guitar, so no. Like you have this little pause and then black go white, black, like not just the pronunciation, I can just repeat it so often. The English pronunciation from them is freaking heavenly. And it keeps making these songs, and especially choruses, that much more enjoyable for me. Because even though the Korean always sounds dope, when you have English in there, it always makes it easier when you listen to it to like get attached to the chorus, to sing alongside to it when you're gaming or anything. It just makes it so much better to groove alongside with it. And this is freaking... The way this guitar goes in there! Xion here with a great flow. Like, this is once again freaking perfect. And then after this insane chorus, we go over into an incredible lengthy dummy verse that is the entirety of the second verse before we get back into the pre-chorus. Like mentioned in Tension, where she only got a few words to say, I was like, okay, that can only logically mean there will be songs where we'll be getting more from her. We got this insane rap verse, one of her best in Red Sun, and now this very lengthy, insanely dope one where she has so much swag, attitude, and just so much atmosphere due to this very groovy jazz-like instrumental, actually. Funny considering we're getting to jazz later on. Or can you call this R&B? I'm not too familiar with the names on how you describe these, but it's once again a completely different sound environment compared to the rest of the album thus far. Scream went into this very dark, mysterious, rock-heavy direction. We got Tension in this very energetic, high-paced, typical, bright Dreamcatcher environment. Then we got Red Sun, which was also very mysterious in a very chill, soothing, atmosphere-heavy, very different type of instrumental with some great flowing over it. And this time a very simple instrumental with just a few instruments used here that sound so well together, with very much groove, with so much great flow and lyrics and verity put into this yet again. Black or freaking white, just like for Red Sun, the special clip. I can't wait. I'm not sure actually if this one had a special clip, but it has live performances, so I'm insanely excited to watch this one live. The English pronunciation, the chorus, the verses, the pre-chorus, you have the intro that's insanely well made, you have a great outro that's fading out, even though that voice at the end may be a bit confusing or maybe a bit, I don't know, out of place. I think it would have been cool if you did a group version of that black or white thing there by the end, but yeah. Everybody got a bit here. Xion and you hear all over the choruses. Dami has his lengthy verse. Kahyun, Shu, and Ji are through the pre-choruses and verses here and there in the first verse at least, and the bridge too. Once again, Xion flexing with vocals and sound range in this. Like I'm getting at this point, I don't even gotta mention at this point. Like Xion just completely blows away every song with that. Dreamcatcher, black or white. The third B-side on Dystopia, the Tree of Language. Also, absolutely... I'm at a loss for words at this point at the quality already in just 3 of 7 songs. This was freaking amazing. Let's move on to the 4th B-side. Actual 4th B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language, is Jazzbar. Why am I saying the actual 4th one? Well, because I got confused with the order and I actually just did Sahara before that, even though Jazzbar is in the you know what I mean, the the track list before it. It's actually the 4th one on this album, at least for the B-side. So, whatever, little mistake there, won't matter too much. But yeah, I already got Sahara now into my mind, and it was also already incredible. Little spoiler there for you. But now let's get to Jasper instead. And, woo! That title gives me good feelings. Jazz, I absolutely love jazz. I always use a jazz instrumental for my background music, whether it's for the intro or the outro, depending on whatever I'm listening to or like reacting to. And Jazz Dreamcatcher, that could be another absolute favorite. Like mentioned, I did Sahara already, and that also goes into that direction. This should be freaking... Will it be addicting? Will it be soothing? I feel like it. I feel like it, because the title Jasper already gives me so many good vibes and such thoughts of what I could expect from this. And what I'm expecting from this is pure heaven for the ears. So let's stop the talking. Let's start reacting. The actual fourth B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Trio of Language, Jasper. Enjoy. Oh yes! 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 Exactly! Oh my god, this already sounds so good. Oh my god, this is already vibe. Who kicks off? Oh, what a lengthy intro. Bless! This is already so good. Okay. Insane intro, very vibey, let's go. Sion, of course. Jazz with Dreamcatcher vocals, y'all, my lord. Dami singing. Oh my god, Sua English, oh my lord. Oh, that's a great melody. Oh, what a chill chorus, it transitions so smoothly without any spectacle going on. Just remaining in the same mood. Xion! This is absolute heaven. This is absolute heaven right here. This is what they're playing up there on Cloud 9. Oh, every time Dami sings and does do that swag rap, it's a culture shock. It's... This is going to be on, like, I don't even know which one I want to listen to on repeat first. Like, wow. Dami in this, y'all. God. Oh my god, this is heaven. Oh my lord, is this heaven. Oh my goodness. I think this is the third time I'm doing this. Like, hands in front of my face, because I just can't believe it. I can't believe this album. Like, so many questions going through my mind right now. Why is this group so underrated? How do they have yet to win a single freaking music show? Why is like... How is this not one of the most... I need water. The bottle is nearly empty. These girls, y'all. These women, y'all. I'm getting a bit sad right now imagining Handong in this as well. I feel like her soothing color, voice color would have fit this so well, but wow. Wow. Like I expected. Full on jazz instrumental, extremely chill, vibey, relaxing, calming, beautiful to listen to, in combination with these heavenly Dreamcatcher vocals. And I first of all gotta point out Dami with such lengthy verses in this. Like, given there was tension, like I mentioned, I would expect her to have more lines in other songs, because like tension was nothing, basically. But to have her get such a big spotlight in a vocal focused song, which is rather chill, so rather not like the usual Dami who rather brings in the attitude and swag for other songs with her rap, that's already like a big plus. But everyone on this song just sounds like straight down from heaven. Like mentioned, you're ascending up to our size, into the sky, and the first thing you hear is this song playing at the freaking gates. My lord, my ears were just this is probably going to be the first song I will put onto loop after this reaction. Because this is just like mentioned, I love jazz. Jazz is such a soothing and relaxing type of instrumental, or like even with lyrics, you know. And that type of sound environment, in combination with this insane voice color and voice range all of the members have, put into one, with this extremely calm and soothing, fully English chorus, with no big transitions. There's nothing really going on in sense of like, there's no big change or so, but that doesn't matter. It's jazz. Who needs like extremely high tempo out of nowhere, or like more energy? So this song remains in one calm state throughout the entirety of its 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'm glad as far as this is the longest song, because it just deserves to be that long, because I could listen to this for an hour straight. This is just freaking heaven. This is such a heavenly song to listen to. It's so calm, soothing, relaxing, puts warmth into your mind. It just immediately gives you comfort. It just sounds so beautiful. All of them have such heavenly-like voices, and that song is the perfect showcase for it. And like mentioned, would have loved to have Hannah on this too. Wow. Dreamcatcher Jazz Boy. That was absolutely... Please tell me there's also like a performance in this doing this with live vocals. Like, I've only seen two live performances, one for Oda, one for Wind Blows, and the live vocals are awesome. And hearing them perform such soft, wonderful, vibey jazz type of song with this English chorus, I was freaking melting, y'all. Not just because it's freaking hot inside, but because of this pronunciation and these vocals. If there's a live clip to this, please link it me down below. Absolutely wonderful. This is going on loop straight after this. Alright, the actual 4th B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language, Pure Heaven, makes it even further hard for me to decide which song is my favorite on this. It's absolutely crazy, the quality for this entire album thus far. Absolutely insane. Loved it. Let's move on to the 5th B-side. The 4th B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language, is Sahara. And now, this time, the song title obviously gives me some type of feeling what I could expect from this song. It sounds, obviously, given its name after a desert, this could be going in like a hot direction, like a very maybe tropical type of way, like a very, how can you explain it in music terms? Like the instrumental going to be in a very dry and slightly intimidating direction maybe. This could go so many ways still, despite like already getting so many pictures into your mind just by the song title alone. I also know that this also has not a smash clip but a self-made music video, like I think Poison Love had for 6 mini album. No idea why I never reacted to that, by the way. So we'll be getting to this once again down the road, but I now also want to take it all in. Even though the title gives you many ideas, no idea what to expect. We had completely 3 different song concepts already for this, 4 actually, including the title song. So let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. The 4th B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, the trio of Language, Sahara. Enjoy. Okay. Oh yes, this reminds me immediately of like, actually like a Wild West, but also suits the desert theme, yes.
끝없이 펼쳐진 red 이내 한없이 차가운 dead end 쉴 틈 없이 멀어지고 있는 my way.
And with some soothing vocals to kick it off. The lyrics are fitting too. Okay, this starts very quiet, calming. Background vocals back at it. Ooh! Oh, this goes into like, oh yes. Also, once again, so great to sing along immediately. Yes. Dummy! The flow in this album, y'all. Still sounds amazing on this too. Oh, a little bit of good vocalizing too. Yeah, Heon sounds wonderful. The vocals over this are but you feel in the pre-chorus it gets hype. Yes! This goes into this direction like Deja Vu. Very calm, vocal focus verses, and then the power and energy for the chorus. Yeah, Heon and Ji for the bridge. As always, wonderful. Oh, the instrumental break. Oh my god! Y'all, the quality in this, it's like this album. Y'all, at how many minutes am I? I think at like 40 already. Seriously, the quality of each B-side thus far is like freaking. Each of these could be a freaking title track. Each of these songs could be a damn title track. And it's not overrating them at all. That's just like a minimum you have to say about them at this point. Yeah, okay. Like mentioned there near the end, this goes into direction like Deja Vu, where the verses are basically very focused purely on vocals. Only Dami brings in her swag and rap as usual, so that's a bit different to Deja Vu, because even there she was singing, but this time it was a bit more flavorful. It was a bit harder for sure compared to the Deja Vu instrumental, where it really was just piano, this time with a very great guitar, a bit of kicks and drums here and there, and once again you feel the instrumental evolving. I'm not sure yet. Why haven't I checked this yet? the producer of Dreamcatcher who does these songs. Like, not just writes them, but produces them with instrumental. Legend. Simply a legend, yeah. He's simply a freaking legend. Because these instruments, once again, are so freaking amazing. And yeah, again, pre-chorus goes really hype. You feel the tension rising. You feel how it builds itself up. You get in the first pre-chorus it's Shion, the second one's Hyun getting this powerful high note into the with the guitar going wild, and then Sahara, ra ra ra. That's once again so freaking catchy upon first listening immediately. It's once again English, it's great melody, it's great syllables. You have these three ones, you have Sahara, each one with only 2 letters. It's so well done, it just harmonizes so well together. And you get like this Sahara with some Korean stuff there in between for the chorus. That chorus is once again so freaking well made. Each chorus on this thus far is like freaking so good to listen to. I mentioned every single time. A bad chorus, or like a chorus that doesn't do it for you, can make a song just less interesting. Or like when you get it on your playlist, you're like, okay, let's skip it. Best example for me, for Dreamcatcher at least, is My Way and There Was No One Left. These choruses, like, they are okay, but just aren't my flavor. They just aren't my type. But thus far, each chorus on this album is like freaking absolutely insane. So great to sing along with. It will be heavenly to re-listen to these songs, because you can like go along so great with it. But now, let's also mention again, first of all, everyone did a great job. Everyone had great voice parts, their vocal parts. Some did great rappers too. But that ending, going into that bridge again with Ji and Hyun sounded beautiful. Soo sounded also extremely soothing over this. And then that Shion high note into the chorus, basically transitioning into it. Also, once again, having such a great finale where the chorus is completely different compared to the first 2 listens. That high note there at the end from Shion again. Like, each song is basically just flexing for Shion. I can just repeat it again in the review for a song of this album. It's really just flexing at this point of the range and power she has within her vocals. It's freaking insane. That high note there at the end was like absolutely chilling. You really have the instrumental fade out. It's really just that you get like this small instrumental break before that, and it just makes it feel so much more special upon first listen and further listens, I'm sure as well. Dreamcatcher Sahara. Can't wait for the music video for that, or at least like the self-made music video is going to be pretty funny, I think. So much fun to listen to. Once again, completely different compared to the rest. This album just keeps freaking delivering in every category. From instrumental, to flow, to melody, to lyrics. Both B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, The Tree of Language. Once again, absolutely mind-blowing. Let's move on to the 5th song. The 6th B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, The Tree of Language. Now this time back into the right track list order, is In the Frozen. And that is like one hell of an opposite to the song before it, which is not Jasper, which is Sahara. I don't know why it's that so funny to me that I'm mixing up the track list here, but anyways, we got Sahara, which gives you such warm thoughts into your mind, and now we got In the Frozen. And that reminds me basically of the environment and the location we had for Hyun in the Scream music video, where she was at this like North Polar on the iced lake with the stars in the sky. That's immediately the picture that I get into my mind when I hear this song title. And once again, we've now had 5 B-sides, 6 songs overall. Like, each sound concept was completely different. And stuff they've never done before. Like, I don't think I remember a jazz song thus far from Dreamcatcher as example. Each song has been so different and amazing in its own way. And now I want to see where In the Frozen is going. Is this going to be more into this basically cold direction? Are there going to be like cold sound elements? It's going to be more mysterious, a bit slower again, more vocal focused. Who knows? Let's find it out. Let's stop the talking, let's start the reacting. The 6th B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, The Tree of Language, In the Frozen. Enjoy. Exactly the type of sound I expected. Very mysterious, cold basically. And I love how the lyrics are fitting too. You hear on English. Bit of heaviness into it still. Jiyeon. I say Ji, wonderful as well. Soothing background vocals here and there always. Okay, hyping it up, super for the pre-chorus. Ooh, EDM chorus. Now I'm not surprised that this is the most views. Ooh, it's so good to listen to yet again. Oh, that's a great chorus right there. Not a lot going on, but dummy. Shorter verse this time, still hype. Short second verse with some rap by Damin Sua. Jiyeon Gaehyun back into this wonderful pre-chorus. Hyping it up now. Such a well-constructed song yet again. It's more into the usual direction, but it's freaking on point. Cut off second chorus, we know it. She with her heavenly vocals for the bridge. Power in Jiyeon's voice. Oh! Woo! Oh, this reminds me a bit of Silent Night. It also goes into this heavy EDM direction. Woo! Oh, that's a great finish. The distortion dummy lyrics. Oh, Gaehyun too. Oh, that was a badass finale. Okay. Alright. Like mentioned there at the end, this reminds me a bit of Silent Night. Even though Silent Night was from the sound color more chill and relaxing, this actually went a bit more heavy. Like I expected. It went from the sound concept and sound environment into this, like the title says, into more cold sounds, which gives you this feeling of being at the North Pole or so on, which I, by the way, really would appreciate right now because, like mentioned, it's freaking hot here. The bottle is nearly empty, and that goes throughout both verses, which are, like often for these Dreamcatcher songs, very calm, rather relaxing, rather chill vocal focus. And we then get into a lengthy pre-chorus, kicking off with more vocals before we get into the higher department, slowly building it up, rising the tempo, rising the energy, hyping it up, and then boom, drop. And in this case, it's not like guitar or something like for other songs. In this case, it's like for Silent Night as example, or like Wind Blows, and EDM type of instrumental for the chorus, with not too many lyrics going on. But I now just realized we only got the chorus basically once, like the full actual chorus only at the beginning with Jiyeon's woo there with the instrumental going on right next to her. That was really soothing and great to listen to. Get to the second verse, which was more rap focused with a short Damin Sua verse one after another. Back into the great pre-chorus, back into the chorus with the great drop. This time cut off a bit short because we get into a really well-made finale. And one may call it empty or so, but I think it really suits the song. Really going more into a full instrumental focus there with only just a few more lyrics added. We got G with this wonderful bridge yet again. Her bridges are each and every time a treat for the ears. And we like mentioned get this in the frozen drop from Sheen before we get into a lot of power there within the instrumental for the EDM. And then we get Dami, like mentioned, this Limit No More, Limit No More. I think this is basically what Silent Night should have done. Because I've listened to Silent Night now a few times, the track from Rate of Dream, and it also has this rather EDM focused instrumental with this EDM focused chorus and so on, which I like. But the ending of the song is a bit too, I don't know, the ending of the song just keeps dragging a bit too much for me. It's basically just 30 seconds of EDM, which I think when you listen to the rest of the discography just doesn't really suit in that much. But given it's very similar to Silent Night, which also explains, like I mentioned, the views, because it's such a sound environment many people like, even those that don't listen to Dreamcatcher usually. This time it ends definitely better, because it's still focused like that, but you still get lines from the members in there. You get some great group vocalizing there too. It just works way better and feels like a more complete ending to it. Overall, from the construction and general idea of this EDM focus sound environment, or makes such once again a very complete experience. The song is complete, it has great moments in there, even though I would probably consider it from the first listen like my least favorite. I think compared to the rest it stands out the least at first. Like mentioned, I love this idea of immediately after Sahara, which had these very hot type of sound, like this very dry type of sound, you know what I mean, wanting to fulfill its name. This does as well. It fulfills its name with the In the Frozen, with this rather cold sounds and giving you this cold feeling basically. But besides that, it's from the construction and from the EDM focus, the least new, I'd say. Like all other songs thus far, when it comes to the B-sides, did a bit more for me, felt a bit more creative and more powerful on its first listen, but In the Frozen was still a great listening experience. I still enjoyed this a lot, like mentioned. Wonderful vocals, you had a little bit of rap there still, you had a great ending, definitely completes the song and the idea behind it. I think it's also a great addition to this album. It does not fall behind at all in quality. 6th B-side on the first full-length album of Dreamcatcher, Dystopia, The Tree of Language. Also, my opinion, a hit. Also, absolutely good. Great to listen to. Well, good. I'm losing my ability to speak here. We're like, I don't know, many minutes. Well, like easily, I think an hour already. I'm losing my ability to speak clearly. Also, a very good song. So let's end this. Let's move on to the final B-side. The 7th and last B-side on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, The Tree of Language, is Daybreak. And I'm expecting this to be the ballad of this album. Like, Jasper obviously went into a vocal-focused direction, but I think that this is going to be similar to Daydream, which is very similar in the name already, or like Trust You as example, or like Polaris. That is going to be a very calm and now very fitting end for this album, basically, at least for the new songs. Obviously, we still have Shion's Paradise, and we still have Full Moon on this as extra songs, basically. But for the new songs, this is the last in the track list, and I'm expecting this to be a very bright, cheerful, joyful ending ballad for this overall absolutely quality-oozing, insane album. Let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. The 7th and last B-side, at least new B-side, on Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, The Tree of Language, Daybreak. Like mentioned, I'm losing my ability to speak. Daybreak. Enjoy. Ooh. Okay, not the typical ballad you'd expect with like piano sound, but melting over this album and melting over this already as well. Oh, this is also so beautiful. This just makes you want to close your eyes and enjoy it and listen to it and soak it all in. Dami back to singing. Dami and Suit synergy back at it. Oh, this is also so chill. Also like a little bit touch of jazz, but more to a EDM jazz direction, like a soothing EDM instrument, very calm and relaxing to listen to. Oh, Dami, the chorus! Another one. Oh! Oh, that's an unexpected twist there for the end. For the third verse, basically, some Gaheon and Dami rap, like slight chill rap. Ah, this song is also so freaking good. Oh my. Oh, these lyrics too, I gladly hug you endlessly. What a finale. Dreamcatcher Daybreak. What a finale to this absolutely insane first full-length album. So what I really gotta point out here, like mentioned, I really love the idea. Basically, they often did it, having your last song, at least new songs for an album, be a rather soft song, rather calm song. It's always a good way to finish off things. Like, it's always better to put this very high energetic or very experimental stuff into the middle or near the beginning, and then have this classic, relaxing, soothing finale to an album, which you can fade it out and just know afterwards, oh my god, that was such a great listening experience. That is exactly the feeling I'm getting from this. Just like for Daydream, this song just puts great energy and great thoughts into your mind. It's just that type of song that you close your eyes to and you just enjoy. You just enjoy everything about it. Like mentioned in between, we got Dami singing back at it, which is always a special occasion for me. And this song is, like mentioned, also into a jazz ball direction, like very calm, very chill for the entire thing without any really big switch up in between or so. But with the difference that it's not jazz in the background, but instead a more chill, calm EDM type of beat. The beat reminds me of what was the name of it? Of Wonderland. Yeah, this basically reminds me a bit of Wonderland, actually. It has a lot of similarities to Wonderland into the same direction, even though Wonderland went a bit crazier, or like a bit more out in the height and tempo and so on later for the song. This one really remains in a calm state throughout the entire thing with a very soothing EDM instrumental, and it's once again so great to listen to. Every voice is once again on point, every member once again. It's so much great vocal showcase, and just generally the vocals over this entire album are absolutely insane. Shion is an entire flex on this. Dami shows up, she can do both rapping and singing. Gaheon and Dami there with a little bit of light rap there at the end too, which sounded great, and Jiusu and Gaheon obviously soothing as ever. What a great finale to this. Also a song that you don't skip. This entire album has not one single skip. Each song on this album does it for me. Each song on it. I will say more about it in a moment in my finale review. But yeah, this concludes the first full-length album, which I've waited for so long. For nearly half a year I waited to check this out. It was the first thing that's jumped into my face after checking out the discography on like, okay, what do they have in store, what can I check out there. It finally happened. It was worth the wait, worth the hype. What a great final song to Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Trio of Language. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction. False alert, false alert. No, we're not through yet. I did another mistake. First I mixed up the track list, and now I am saying, yeah, we are done with this reaction. No, obviously no, we got an outro for the first full-length album, Dystopia, the Trio language as well. We only had an outro before and for the first Japanese album and the beginning of the end, so it's an album thing. We usually only have intros, but for the albums we also have outros. I was already like, okay, let's finish this editing, let's get into the review. But nope, we got one more thing to go through, and that is the outro of this. And the intro, like mentioned, set a good mood. It made me expect something epic, and that is truly what this album was. So now let's listen to the actual fade out for this, the outro. Very eerie sound there. Now follow along with some classic instruments. Okay. Also something very relaxing about it. It starts a bit eerie, but goes into this very cool and calm combination here of this quick beat there with the piano. Okay. No better instrument to let this album fade out than a piano. No better instrument available for that. Alright, that was the actual fade out. Now for this, and like mentioned, no better way to finish a Dreamcatcher album with a piano. Alright, that was not really it with my reaction to the first full-length album, Dreamcatcher's Dystopia, the Trio language. I had so much fun listening to all these songs in a row, react to them all in a row. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Let's move on to the review. Alright, this was my lengthy, over an hour reaction to Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, Trio of language. To now find some final words to put this into one review now here at the end, I can first of all say just one word to describe it all, because not only do we have the 7 beats as we've listened to today, but it also includes Scream, it also includes Full Moon, I think Over the Sky as well, and Shion's Paradise, alongside both the cool intro and outro. The one word I can definitely use to describe this album is masterpiece. Masterpiece, perfection, amazing, flawless, call it whatever you want. This album has everything you could want from an album, because Scream, the title track, is an awesome, very heavy, very dark, very different title track compared to the rest, with an insane music video. Listen and watch this music video and you immediately get insane life for the rest of the album, because that is already one hell of a start in quality. Then you get to the first B-side, which is Tension, which is the classic, high energetic, high paced Dreamcatcher song. Get the anime vibes, get the energy, absolutely love it. After that you get into Red Sun, which goes into a rather bright and mysterious instrumental, which still feels so hard upon the great delivery of all the members. Such a great song with now Absolute Right has the most views, at least for the lyric video, plus a 6 million view special clip. Absolutely amazing. Then you get the absolutely insane Black or White, which also got live performances, which I can't wait to check out, because this song also has so much to offer in the vocal department, with an absolute insane chorus. Generally the choruses in this album are absolutely heavy to the ears and addicting straight away, and Black or White proves that yet again, also being an insane B-side. Following that up is not Sahara but Jazz Bar, which is easily one of my favorite Dreamcatcher songs. The combination of calm jazz for 3 minutes alongside the heavenly vocals and voices of Dreamcatcher, with where absolutely insane throughout the entire album is pure heaven to the ears. It's the gates of heaven personified within one song, which is Jazz Bar. Then you get Sahara, which, like the title gives away, has this very eerie, dry, mysterious, hot type of instrumental, with also such a great chorus, such a great song structure. Generally the song structure throughout each song felt so different to one another. No song felt even slightly similar to one another. This song also delivers in its own way, and it's also absolutely insane. We then move on to In the Frozen, the direct opposite of Sahara, within the title name at least. It goes into a rather cold and mystique and mysterious type of direction with a typical type of EDM sound, which also once again showcases the vocals and has such a great energy to it. And ending it all is Daybreak, which is easily one of my favorite Dreamcatcher soft songs. It also goes into a direction like Wonderland with a rather soothing and soft EDM. You get the EDM instruments to finish this album off basically, and it also is so much fun to listen to. You just get so many positive thoughts when you listen to the song. It just is a perfect finale to this overall absolutely insane album. You got the very heavy and dark title track. You have an absolutely great, crazy, energetic, high energy second song with tension. You then get into Red Sun, which is so different to everything they've done before. There was such a complete new sound environment that they did, and they killed it. We then go into Black or White, which has such a simple instrumental but feels so good. You then go into oh my god, remembering all these names in a row, it's a bit difficult, I won't even lie to you. We then get into Jasper, which is, like mentioned, so freaking addicting. Easily one of my favorite Dreamcatcher songs to listen to. We then go over into Sahara, which is so special and is absolutely amazing upon the first. And you get into Frozen, which is also, like mentioned, a completely different sound compared to the rest of the album thus far, which goes into this EDM direction with is more typical and therefore applies to more views, which also sounds absolutely great, and finishing it up with a soft EDM finale in Daybreak. This album is flawless. It's a perfect showcase for insane vocals, voices, and variety within each member. You had so many great and insane dummy rap verses. You had so much greatness shown by Shion, where she flexes her vocal range. Each other member, whether it's Sue, Gehyun, Jiu, or Yohyun, they all had such great vocal, let's say. Each song had a different spotlight there for everyone. We had Dummy with only 2 lines in the first song, but then later on having such great moments with the other songs. This album simply showcases everyone's ability so freaking perfectly. It was an absolute joy and wonderful experience. And I yet again gotta say, I would have loved to have had on with this as well. I think she would have suited a lot of these songs, but the other girls did an insane job as well. Insane choruses, incredible instrumentals, on point lyrics. This album is simply insane, and I can definitely say the best album I've listened to date. Alright, that's really it now with my reaction to Dreamcatcher's first full-length album, Dystopia, the Tree of Language. You've reacted to the intro, the 7 new B-sides, the outro, now the finished review. Did you enjoy my reaction? Have you even watched everything? Maybe not, maybe you have. Like mentioned, I think we're now at over 1 hour and 20 minutes, 80 minutes overall. That's a lot to take into. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you had as well. If you did, glad to show me down below with a like. Also, you have so much to comment here, ladies and gentlemen. Insomnia, tell me, what is your favorite song on this album? What is your favorite sound concept? What is your favorite lyric, your favorite verse? What did you especially like about it? Tell me all your thoughts about this insanely huge and quality high album down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well. It will help me a lot. I need a breather. We are taking a breather tomorrow for Tuesday. We are not doing a Dreamcatcher reaction. We are pausing the Dreamcatcher finale marathon. Like mentioned already in the few videos before this, in Scream at Paradise. I think it's better to have after such long video a day off, because I'm melted, I'm exhausted. I showered before this video was recorded. I can shower yet again. I'm sweating throughout my entire shirt. It was a lot to go through with all those lights, but it was absolutely worth it because this album is that damn insane. We are continuing with Dreamcatcher for Wednesday, when we're going to check out the 9th episode of the Dreamcatcher Mind reality show. I'm excited to see if we maybe are getting some peaks there for the album release, and after that we're going to continue on Thursday with the Dreamcatcher Discography Reactions finale marathon, when we're going to check out their music video for the Japanese release, Endless Night. I see you there. I hope you had a lot of fun with this video. I hope you have a great start into the week. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. See you again soon with the Dreamcatcher Discography Reactions. Thank you.